Hello friends, this video on body movements part 12 is brought to you by examfear.com. No more fear from exam. So what is rib cage? So rib cage is a box-like structure that connects the chest bones and the backbone. So if you look at this part of the body, now sideways you can actually see it is a box-like structure and it is connecting the chest bones here and the back bones here. So both the chest and the front and back bones are connected together and it is like an enclosed structure. It is like a box inside which what do you have? Inside which you have organs which need a lot of protection. So important organs of our body can be kept inside this rib cage. So this is called, this protective box like structure connecting the chest bones with the backbone is called rib cage. So rib cage is made up of many bones. So when you look at the structure closely, this is how it looks like. So the three important parts which together form the rib cage are ribs, sternum and thoracic vertebrae. So here in this picture, you can actually see all of them. So sternum is this flat bone along the midline of the thoracic cavity. So this bone which you see here, this is sternum. So this is one single flat bone. So it is present at the center and it forms the structure of the entire rib cage. Ribs are the thin chest bones. So these structures which you see here, these are the thin chest bones. So these are the ribs. And what about the thoracic vertebrae? So it is that part of the vertebral column. Where is vertebral column present? It is present at the back. So the vertebral column is present at the back. So that portion of the vertebral column which forms a part of the rib cage, that means this portion of the vertebral column is known as the thoracic vertebra because it is present in the thoracic cavity. Now what is thorax? Okay, now for that purpose I would say our body can be divided into three basic parts. This part is called head, this part is called thorax and then this part is called abdomen. So these are the three different parts. So this is head, the next part is thorax and then the third part is abdomen. So stomach onwards all the other parts of our body comes under abdomen. Now the rib cage which we are talking about lies in the thorax. So the part of the vertebra which lies in the thoracic cavity, that is called thoracic vertebra. So thoracic vertebra, ribs and sternum, they together form the rib cage. This rib cage protects the internal body parts. That's the importance of rib cage. Total 12 pairs of ribs exist and which makes this cage like structure. The next part would be backbone. So what's backbone? So due to the presence of backbone, we are able to stand, we are able to bend, we are able to sit, we are able to lie down. So all those movements happen due to backbone. So it is located on the back side of the body. It is composed of 26 serially arranged vertebrae. So what is this vertebrae? We often use this term. Now vertebrae, these are small bones. In fact, a series of small bones. As you can see here, these are all small bones, but line wise many small bones are present. So this series of small bones form the backbone. And these series of small bones, they are called vertebrae. So they have several projections and each of these small bones, they contain a hollow portion or a hollow area through which the spinal cord passes. So you see at the center you have this hollow area through which a tube-like structure passes and that is nothing but the spinal cord, and the spinal cord is connected to the brain. Spinal cord helps to convey messages from brain to different parts of the body. So spinal cord is very, very important. So when we talk about backbone, again there are a lot of bones which are involved in the backbone. Now to feel the presence of backbone, how do you know that okay, a bony structure is present at the back? What you can do is you can ask somebody to bend down completely like this. Like you will have to keep your knees straight and you will have to try to touch your feet with your hands. Now when you do that, you actually stretch your backbone. So now if you touch at the back of that person, you would be able to feel the presence of the vertebrae. You will be able to feel the presence of the backbone. So this is the backbone, and you see again for backbone also you have so many bones which are involved. Now you see the bones of this upper part of the backbone were connected to the rib cage. As I was telling you that this upper portion in the thoracic cavity, that part of the vertebra is called thoracic vertebra, and that is involved in the rib cage. Now in the backbone we have multiple bones present. Now these multiple bones are also connected to each other, so they are connected by joints. So due to the presence of these joints, we are able to move. So in case other than having so many serially arranged small bones, if we had just one single bone in the backbone, then what would have happened? So one bone, now bone, as we have discussed, bone in itself is not flexible. The points where one bone is joined to the other bone, those points are flexible. So if the backbone would have been made up of one single bone, then no, it would have not been flexible. We could not have moved. But since it is made up of so many bones and they are all joined at points, so therefore our backbone is flexible. So we can sit, we can stand, we can lie down. So all those movements involving backbone is possible due to the presence of multiple small bones. So there is a huge significance of this vertebral column. First of all, it protects the spinal cord, because spinal cord is something very sensitive, very important, because spinal cord is going to carry the messages from brain to different parts of the body. And if that communication stops, what happens? Our body will not work. Now when you touch a cup of hot coffee, what is your reaction? You instantly take your hand back. That's because your brain sensed it and you could get that instant response, and that is possible due to the presence of spinal cord. So the spinal cord is well protected within the vertebral column. Point of attachment for ribs, the rib cage formation is possible due to the presence of vertebral column, because rib cage, only the presence of ribs would have not formed a cage like structure, because at the back also you need something. So that back part is covered by the vertebral column. Provides support to the head. Now the vertebral column starts just below the head, so it is like it acts as a stand over which the head lies very comfortably.
Thank you. Please visit www.examfear.com to watch more educational videos with a better experience. Please do not forget to like and subscribe to our YouTube channel for latest updates. Thank you once again.